Hey guys, it's Thursday and welcome in. Come in, come in, add your comments, say hello, let us know where you're listening from. Listen, I'm really excited because today I'm joined by Jonathan Orr, who is also featured on episode 8 of Kingdom and Culture podcast. Hey Jonathan, how are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great, great, great. I'm so excited. It's Thursday, it's cold. I don't know what the weather is in Detroit, but here it's like cool. It's been raining all week. So I'm
No,
excited about, the week's almost over and we got some fun plans headed into Christmas. And so how about you?
now wait, I gotta ask you this. Now, what's cold? You say it's cold down there. Now, what?
Well,
Give me some
okay,
degrees.
true story. So actually I'm gonna look on our weather forecast. The low was like 48 and the high was 58. So is that no?
That does not qualify as cold. I'm sorry to
Don't
tell
even
you.
talk right now about cold. Okay.
Talk to me when you're in the teens and
Yeah,
twenties,
yeah.
and you
What are
can't
y'all
feel your
doing?
toes when you go outside, and your snot freezes on your upper lip. Then you talk to me about cold. No, I'm
Only
joking.
only contacts. As soon as it touches the lip, it's froze. It's just
Yeah,
done. It's
yeah.
hard. That's so funny. So how cold is it there?
Oh, today, I think we're in maybe the 30s today.
Okay.
Yeah, so not too cold. We'll
Yeah,
take that.
come on now. Yeah.
It was warm enough for me to go for a jog in shorts today. So
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
haven't been able to do it in a few weeks. So I took advantage of the warm. If you can't see, I'm doing air quotes right now. The warm
The warm.
temperature today. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm glad to be on with you
Yeah,
for having me.
same here. So I'm so excited that you are featured on episode 8. Our season is almost done. We only have 10 episodes, and I'm really excited because you and your wife Haiti are featured on season 1 of Kingdom and Culture podcast. And Jonathan, just so for those of you who don't know, Jonathan is the founder of Athletic Transition Services, ATS, and he's been doing it for multiple years. And so, Jonathan, tell our listening audience a little bit more about ATS.
Yeah, so ATS, we'll be 9 years old in January, this upcoming January, and we're a 501(c)(3), and we exist. Our mission is to help prepare athletes for life after sports. And so we do it through
Powerful.
educational workshops, and we do it through mental health services, life coaching services, and professional development opportunities.
That's amazing. So amazing. And on the episode that we recorded, we talked a lot about transition. We talked a lot about purpose and finding purpose and how that's done. But before we get into that, because it's December, I got to ask you some holiday related questions to find out what you and Haiti and the family are doing this holiday season. So I got 3 questions for you. The first one is, what is your all-time favorite Christmas song and why?
Ooh,
Let
I think my all-time favorite Christmas song is um, "Let It Snow." Is it "Let It
us
Snow"? Boys to Men. Right, yeah, "Let It Snow." Boys to Men, "Let It Snow." Yes,
classic. Yes.
yes, that's my all-time favorite.
Okay. Is it anything related to that song, or it's just like a classic, something you've always listened to and love?
Man, ever since I was a kid, I was probably like 9 years old when Boys to Men
Uh-huh.
hit the scene, and then they came out with that song shortly after that Christmas album, and I can just remember growing up to it. Um, just the feeling it gives you still to this day. So
Mm-hmm.
very fond
So
memory.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, so fun.
classic.
Let it know. All right. So next question. If you were to start a new Christmas tradition, what would that tradition be?
Ooh, if I was to start a new Christmas tradition, it will probably be spending spending some time during the Christmas season, maybe even Christmas Day sometime. But although I like being with family, I was going to say spending some time in a warm climate. maybe like the 26th, going
Yeah.
away, you know,
Right.
for 5, 6 days somewhere warm.
Right.
Yes, and then coming back in time for New Year.
For
Yes.
sure. Well, you know, I grew up large part in Ohio, so I feel
Yep.
you. It's like my dad, he moved from Ohio to Dallas, which obviously is very different summers. And it was so funny because he was like, "No, no, no. We moved to Dallas for a reason. We were trying to get away from that cold." So totally
Yeah.
feel you there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Last question. What is, okay, you got to tell yourself with this one. What is your biggest Christmas fail? Biggest Christmas fail.
Man, biggest Christmas fail. Gosh. Hey, I know she will remember.
Heidi, yeah.
She left though. Man, my biggest Christmas fail. Well, gosh. Um, I'm sorry it's taking me so long. This
No, it's
this is
okay.
one that comes to mind. I probably had a bigger one, but Haiti and I were we were engaged.
Uh-huh.
Um, we were living apart. I had already graduated from college, so I was living in Nashville.
Okay.
She was still in undergrad, and she came down for Christmas to Nashville, and man, I went all out and got her all sorts of clothes that I thought she
Yeah.
would like, and without consulting with her, and I just
Oh,
knew she was like this, and she came, and you can tell when you get somebody a gift and they really don't like it, right? You can
they're
tell
giving
with
you
that
that
look.
smirk. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, thank
There we go,
you.
right.
And so out of everything that I had got her that year, man, the majority of it she did not care for. And ever since then, I've made it a point to just ask,
Ask. Yeah.
at
Yeah.
least so I can cover the bases, right? And at least I
Yeah.
know I'm getting her what she likes. And then on top of that, if there's certain little things that I want to surprise her with, then I can do.
That's
But
fair. That's fair.
so
I
yeah,
like it. So tips to all the husbands out there, just ask. Yeah, no, I totally feel you. So that's so cool. Thank you for sharing a little bit about your holiday and what that looks like. So I wanted to transition quickly to just chat a little bit about the podcast episode. Of course, we talked about a lot of really good things on the episode. And guys, if you have not checked it out, please do. You can jump on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts to listen in. But I think the one thing that we really resonated was this whole touch point on identity. And with the holidays, we just talked about holidays and what that means for a lot of people. I think there's just so many facets of expectation that come from the holiday season that and with expectation comes the opportunity for possibly people to be let down or for their expectations to be met or exceeded, right? So you get the whole gamut. But you know, one of the things that you talked about was self-discovery within finding out really who you are and being able to put that past what you do every day. So can you talk a little bit about, you know, why it's important to self-discover and identify something beyond your tangible 9 to 5?
yeah. Yes, I think it's important because a lot of time, if we don't do that, then we'll begin to believe the lie that we are what we do, right?
Mhm.
And that's all there is to us.
Right.
And so and then the issue with that is most of the time what we do is temporary and it's based on performance, right? And so if if that's all you have, if that's the only way in which you identify yourself and
Sure.
which you attach your purpose and self-esteem and self-worth to, then it's just a matter before it lets you down, right? And so um, earlier today, we were working with some high school student athletes. We talked about that exact thing, right? Like, yes, you
Yeah.
are athletes, but that's just part of your story, right? That's part of who you are. And so, what other things has God put you on this earth to do? It's
Yeah.
important to explore those things. It's important to tap into those things so you can have a more clear understanding of who you are and what else your life is about, right? Besides sort of this one aspect of
One
something that you
dimension. Yeah. I would also say, like, in discovering who you are, it's so important because, then I feel like when you've hit the pinnacle of who you think you are, you don't leave yourself opportunity to grow or to
that's good.
explore new parts of you, and I recently have been in a new season of my life where it's just like, just not feeling like I'm perfect gives me opportunity to say, I'm in progress. I'm not in
Yeah.
perfection, and I'm not striving against my own self or
Yep.
perspective of what perfect looks like. I'm setting the bar at progress, right?
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's just like so important for us to just keep in mind, God is in the business of exalting the humble. And so
Hmm.
when we give ourselves the opportunity to submit to him, and submit to his processes, it gives us the opportunity not to have to even strive against that persona that the world or
Hmm.
culture would have us to be in.
That is good. Yeah, I totally agree with you there.
Yep. So, tell me a little bit more about ATS. So, is there a specific age range? I know you yourself, after finishing up in the NFL, transitioned.
Mhm.
But so do you only work with? You mentioned high schoolers that you guys are working with high schoolers today. Tell me a little bit more about the age range and how people can continue to get in touch with you.
Yeah, so no, we service so from the beginning, our the vision was to serve youth
Okay,
through retired professional athletes, and so currently we serve retired professional athletes all the way to high school athletes and everything in between. So majority of the work we do is in the college space. So
okay,
this year alone, we partnered with probably about 50 universities across the country
it's amazing.
to to service their student athletes. Like I mentioned, a lot of work in the high school space, and then
Yeah,
some in the professional space as well. So,
that's
but
awesome.
yes, if you're interested in our services or learning more or helping us to further our mission, you can visit atscorp.org. That's atscorp.org. I'm also on social media, um, ats.corp on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn, Jonathan Orr, Twitter, all of that. So
Yeah, yeah, awesome. Well, yes, I would just concur. Please check out Jonathan. You can also go to our website to get all his links and his direct email. We'll make sure that that's there. Jonathan, I really appreciate everything and for you being on the podcast. If you guys haven't listened, you got to check it out. And we'll see you guys next week.
all right, thank
Bye.
you, thank you for
Thanks.
having me. Merry Christmas, everyone.